Hello everybody and welcome to week 6 of the FDL. You might be wondering what happened to week 5, but I actually had a bye last week, so we just get a free pass. That's just the way we have it set up right now. Now we're into week 6. We're facing my good friend Pollen, and you guys should remember him from the semifinals of the WCSL last time. Crazy match. Some of the craziest luck I've ever had in a match of Pokemon. It was like game 1. I think who won game 1? I think he deserved to win game 1, but I actually won game 1 because I got really lucky. Game 2, I deserved to win, but then he crit my Lodic on like one of the most important turns of the game, and I just lost. And then game 3, he just missed, and then I won. It was a crazy set. So I'm hoping for, I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm hoping, but hopefully it's entertaining at the very least, even if it's not like super luck filled. But it should be. He's a great team builder. This team, it's one of the sleeper teams in the league, I think. Like, these ones don't really, there's no like super inherent synergy here. Like, my team everybody loves because I've got such a good synergy with, you know, rain. And then this protects me from electric type attacks. This just likes the rain because it gets rid of fire. This gets healed. This likes tailwind, which I have 3 ways of setting up. Donphan's just another electric community. Every mon kind of works together on my team. His team is just like, that's just like 11 good mons right there. Like, every single one of these mons is like really good. Even like the D tiers have usage. Oricorio has great synergy with Volcarona, and Grumpig is like, it's good for Trick Room, and it actually hits really hard and it's decently fast too, so it's cool. Barraskewda, this used to be a Grafai, and Barraskewda is actually, I think, a lot better. I think Barraskewda fills so many holes that the team had before, with the big ground weakness, big fire weakness. Barraskewda fills that perfectly with just how fast and how strong it is. The biggest thing that, like, he and I both agree on this is that his team literally just has 3 S tiers. That's kind of the selling point of this team, where you've got Garchomp, Volcarona, King Gambit. King Gambit used to be an S tier because we originally were planning on having like an 18 or like 20 person draft league. We ended up with 22, and then we split it into 2 teams of 11, which means that we had to take some of our S tiers and drop them down to A, and King Gambit was one of the ones that got dropped. What else got dropped? There was, I think Gothitelle, no, Dragonite and Gothitelle, I think both were in S as well. Sylveon was in S. Not Kilowattrel. Arcanine was in S, and I don't think Azumarill. I think Azumarill was A. So there's, Maushold is the biggest one. I wanted Maushold so bad, but that got picked second, and I'm like, god damn. Because like, I actually, let me just rant a little bit about the league. I wanted Maushold and Annihilape. Like, that I think is like the best core that you can have in draft. It's so insanely powerful. Annihilape was the first one picked in this division, I think randomly if I remember correctly, and Maushold was the second one picked. So it's like, okay, well, at least you're dividing them up, right? Like, if this guy picks Annihilape, then you're gonna stop him from getting both of them. But in the other division, look at this shit. They went this way. This guy picked Annihilape, and then every single one of these S tiers got picked before it came back to Maushold, because like these last few, this team was picked mostly randomly at the beginning. But like, this team, he was insanely just adamant about picking, like, I think he picked King Gambit. No. Yeah, he picked King Gambit. I think he just dropped something for Gothitelle. I don't remember what it was. He's changed his team a lot, but he was very adamant about, like, I want these mons. This used to be a Cloth. He's like, I want Veluza, I want Copperajah, I want Lokix, Venomoth. He picked these ones, like, super early, and then he went back and get Armorage last as his S tier. No, his first pick was Indeedee Male, that's what it was. So it's like, you pick Indeedee Male when Maushold is still available, and then this team just got kind of shafted because he wanted Dragapult. Dragapult got picked randomly, so he was just kind of scrambling to get stuff. But, like, there were what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There were 16 picks before Maushold. It's like, that's insane. You let him have that. And then he still fumbled the bag by getting the last like 8 mons like pretty fucking horrible. Like, Azumarill's good. These ones are terrible. Like, you couldn't pay me to have a single one of these mons in my team. It's that I don't believe that. In other news with the league, there's like 5 teams that have dropped. So in our division, the Guadalajara Gibbles and the Michigan Revivrooms have dropped, which, if you remember, those are the first 2 teams that I faced. So I'm not saying that I had anything to do with it. I probably didn't, but I'm just saying there's a non-zero chance that I smoked them so bad that they wanted to leave. No, but I understand why the Gibbles left. The Gibbles, basically, the gist of what they said was that they didn't want to, like, they had spent every week prepping, right? And they had 2 matches, I believe, that were just like, let's look up Gibbles. Let's see. So they played me, they lost. Then they played the Thrashing West Finnizens. The Finnizens dropped the league. Oh yeah, they dropped the league earlier, and then somebody else picked up. But like, that was just an indefinitely postponed match. The Gibbles took a lot of time to prep, and then it just never got played. Then they had a bye. Then Revivrooms, I believe, just ghosted the league at that point. So that's another, they prepped and then they got shafted. And then they played Lynchburg Littens, who's my friend Nen. And then they lost. So he's like, my rate is abysmal, my win rate. And also, I just am sick of prepping Mons every single week, only to have my opponent drop the league, which is understandable because I fucking hate this. I hate that, like, it's a kind of a boomer thing to say, but I hate new players. These players who have just joined, like, joining the hype train of Scarlet and Violet, they think they're good, but they're not. And then when they play against actual good players, then they lose. That, I don't know. It's like the Dunning-Kruger effect takes full effect. I don't know. And then the Michigan Revivrooms. There's some conspiracy that he didn't even own the game. Like the mod, I saw some screenshots of the mod chat where they're like, this seems a little sus. And it's him every single week asking his opponent, hey, do you mind if we play on Showdown? I'm having internet trouble this week. And it was every single week. And the mods contacted him about it. This is all hearsay. This is just what I've heard from talking to Pollen, who is a mod and my friend. And then, yeah, his, They offered to pay for Nintendo Switch Online, and I believe he took their money, and then he just left the server. Like, he is not in the server at all anymore. He's not here, and he blocked Spring on Discord. He left and took their money, and then just left. It's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's not cool. Like, it's one thing to be like, oh, sorry guys, I need to drop. I've just got too much stuff going on in my life. Like, I respect the Gibbles decision, right? Like, I wouldn't do it. Like, I feel like it just kind of makes the experience worse to drop, but I can understand that people have time commitments, and like, especially if you're gonna like breed the Mons and EV train them yourself, which I'm assuming the Gibbles was doing, considering he was, and that's understandable. Like, you spend all that time prepping a team only to have, you know, your opponent cancel at the last second. That's just a waste of your time. It's disrespectful. So I understand the Gibbles dropping, but there's no excuse for what the Michigan Revivrooms did. I'm very disappointed in them. And now that we're done in my division, we can go to this other division where some crazy shit happened. Basically, Brunswick Chattots, I think, was in the same boat as Revivrooms. They're just like, I have too much stuff going on in my life. I can't. I don't have time for this. They were also 0-2 though, so that probably helped. Didn't help with the motivation to keep going. But these two teams, the Cyberducks, the California Chicaritas, it was insane. Basically, the gist of it was there was the Oceania Intercontinental Championships or whatever, right? Whatever that was. Basically, they were like, hey, can the entire league take a week off during this week? Because we are going to that, and we've made it known. You control F in the chat. They have not made it known. This was the first time they're mentioning it. They're like, we've made it known that we're going. Yeah, look, I hope we've considered taking it off. And then this guy who's also going there is like, yeah, we were able to request a week off, so should have done that. And he's like, thank you, Scott. I agree. I agree. We need to take a week off. And then this guy's like, so based. You need to pay attention to the announcements. The ability to request a week that you have a bye wasn't hidden. If I were you, I'd request to have your match delayed. Not just hope that this multinational draft league can warp its schedule around you, which might not be your intent, but it gives the impression when people complain that they didn't know they could request their bye, which were randomly assigned if you didn't request. Super based. Like, this guy, he's a real one. This is also the guy who plays for Guadalajara Gibbles, so I respect him. He's like, I made it clear. He didn't. You can search. There's a search feature in Discord. You can search up every single message he sent. He didn't do this. Blah, blah, blah. And then the kicker of all this is that I looked in their matches, and these two people are so incompetent that they can't see that they were playing against each other the week that they were requesting a bye. So it's like, their opponent's obviously fine with it because they're both going to be at the tournament. It's like, Jesus Christ, do I have to like do every ounce of work for them? And then they're like, oh cool, we can even play our game in person, that'll be so much fun. Okay, that's the first. That's the first of many things that went wrong here. Then, after the Oceania Continental whatever's happened, he's like, I don't know what happened, but we can't report our match because you're doing it way too fucking late. The channels have already closed, right? And then he's like, what about my match with Lana? Did she end up going to this? She doesn't even live in this country, dude. You're just like, he's literally just projecting his own shit onto other people. She's not in the same country as you. I was never able to see her response. And then basically we get into this like fucking 200 message charade of just like, this, basically, he didn't play his week 4 match, so his opponent got a bye. So they just got a free win. And then he's like, oh, I'm so upset about that, blah, blah, blah. She ghosted me, and then they provide, you know, screenshots here of stuff. And, like, here's the mod chat, you know? It's like, What is it? She did the mod command. Orange Tails have been given ample opportunity to respond. We're into the new week. Give Starlies the win. It's like, man just didn't. And then he starts to play the card like, oh, I was there, and you never showed up. It's like, they literally never set a time. And then the entire time, Metro Exodus is like, it was blah, blah, blah. He seems like a good guy, so he probably just made a mistake. Just give him, like, the slack. And they're both just being fucking douchebags. Like, not intentionally, I don't think. I hope not. I think they're just stupid. Like, honestly, like, the idea of these two people that I got from interacting with them up here when they literally both said, like, my bye is not this week. That means they had to check the match discussion and, like, see when their bye was, but they still didn't see the fact that they're playing against each other. The two people who are complaining are the two people playing against each other. And that just seems stupid to me. Basically, then they just start doing some passive-aggressive stuff, like Coco for Days something was like, yeah, and typically in my draft leagues, I like to give players off for events, and then look, these two people are the ones that hearted that comment, like, Jesus Christ. The problem is that, I'm sure you're a great person, Coco for Days, you seem like a great person, but it's not applicable to this multinational draft league. There's an event every fucking weekend, and for whatever reason, these players have it in their mind that you're only allowed to play between the hours of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so it's like, guess when Pokemon tournaments happen? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you can't play during the week. You don't ever have a couple hours off. It takes an hour to play. It's like you don't have an hour at like Friday night. And I get it. Like there's time zones, but we've tried to avoid that with two divisions. We have an Australian division, and then we have a like Americas and Europe division. It's like, I don't know. You can kind of avoid this by just talking about it. But he said this. This is not feasible. Maybe if every player is within the same country, then absolutely. But not this, because there's a tournament every other weekend at minimum. I'm sorry, I think I'm peaking the mic. I'm a little too excited. Then these guys are just passive aggressive. Like, I like that rule. I'm gonna join in that tournament instead. What did he say? It's like something like, I just don't think there's no point in playing a league that gives bye wins to players who don't deserve them. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Eventually, the mods kicked both of these people, and they're just gone. Like, it's like, Jesus Christ, there's so much, everybody fucking hates them. He's like, whatever the reason, I was able to play him. Don't care, that's so funny. And he's like, that's nice for you, irrelevant. Because this guy's just dick riding on the other guy, and the other guy is just like, thanks. Whew, God, I was actually like really mad because the mods put in so much effort to run this league. Spring does it for free, and he literally coded the fucking bot, the Falinks bot. It's behind my webcam, let's see. Spring coded the Falinks bot all by himself, purely out of passion for the draft league. And to see these brand new, just bad players, like honestly, we can look at their like standing. Actually, the Chikoritas was a decent standing team, but the Cyberducks, they were fucking abysmal. To see that these just dumbasses, for lack of a better word, come in and just disrespect Spring and the other mods, like, that fucking made me so mad, dude. Oh my god. So the league is in pretty big shambles right now, to where like Spring typed up all this stuff to address it, and then there's like, we are basically deciding on what to do. Basically, keep the schedule as is and just award free bye wins to the opponents who've dropped. Pair players that would play against drop teams against each other, even if it causes a rematch. Rewrite the remaining schedule to remove the drop teams and avoid rematches. Like, that's probably what I'd vote for. Options 2 or 3 would still result in a win by forfeit for one team per week in the Executor, because an odd number of teams dropped. I mean, I'm honestly down for this. This probably doesn't affect me at all, since I've already played both teams that dropped, so... I mean, maybe to change the order that I play teams, but it shouldn't change much else. Honestly, I will probably vote for this. But, so who voted for number 1? Spring, Spring was just putting that there. Pollen, okay, so Pollen's good with whatever. Nen, Rusty's, what about Nen and Rusty's? Okay, so Nen and Rusty's don't want this. Pollen voted for both because he's okay with either one. Yeah, I'm honestly more down to rework. It doesn't affect... Actually, I'm going to take my vote off. It doesn't really affect me no matter what happens, because I don't get buys, and I don't... My schedule probably doesn't change, so I'm going to stay out of that since it doesn't really affect me. So, that was 14 minutes of me just ranting. I feel like I want to keep... I doubt anybody watches this. If anybody who watches my videos probably just skips to the battle anyway. But, we can get into it now. the thing that you're all here for, the match between the Carolina Cyclizars and the Carolina Clodsires, the two teams from North Carolina. Me and Pollen, great friends. It's going to be awesome. So, his team, as I alluded to previously, is Garchomp, Volcarona, Kingambit, Tinkaton, Barraskewda, Tauros Paldea, Poltegeist, Cryogonal, Oricorio, Pom-Pom, and Grumpig. And I'm just going to reiterate in case you guys didn't watch that rant, which is understandable because it was a lot, and it was just kind of me ranting about players who like are disrespectful of the mods and just drop and all that. Garchomp, basically the selling point of this team is that although there's not much inherent synergy, it's got 3 S tiers instead. Garchomp, Volcarona, Kingambit are all incredible mons. Like honestly, I think Kingambit is the best mon on this team. When there's Garchomp and Volcarona who are both insane also. Tinkaton is really good for a B tier. Barraskewda is also really good for a B tier. Tauros, like, is not the... I guess Tauros is a great C tier, right? Like, it's probably not quite B tier territory, but, like, these other Tauroses, we put them in B tier, and then they just popped off, like, insane. Like, right after we placed them in B, they started seeing usage, like, everywhere in Series 1. So it's like, they probably are both deserving of A, and then just this one, as a result of being the same thing with a slightly worse typing and a little bit worse move pool, probably still worthy of maybe low B, probably high C. I think it should still be C, but it's still a good C tier pick. Poltegeist is actually really good specially. It's got great special defense, decent speed, great special attack. It's just one of those ones, it's like the opposite of my Donphan, where Donphan is insanely frail specially, but its physical stats are really good. Poltegeist has got great special stats, and then physically it's just bad. It's got low HP, but its special defense really makes up for it. Cryogonal is actually pretty cool, especially into me. I feel like he just picked it because he likes it. You know, it's decently fast, got screens, it's got Icy Wind support for speed control. But into me, it's kind of scary because it's the best freeze dry user that's in the format. And that into Pelipper, into Dreadnought, into Noivern. Wait, freeze dry? Yeah, freeze dry is not a wind move, so it is good into Brambleghast, good into Donphan. It hits so much of my team, like everything except Scizor gets hit super effectively or neutrally, which is really scary. Oricorio is got synergy with Volcarona. Obviously, you can Quiver Dance and then it'll dance up. You can also do some crazy shit with Swords Dance on these guys, or even this guy, and it'll copy that and you can Brave Bird and stuff. Grumpig can, stop Trick Room. It's got a really good move pool for being a D tier, I guess. It's got, like, access to Power Gem, not Earth Power, Energy Ball, Psychic, Shadow Ball. Don't think Dark Pulse, Thunderbolt, I think. Probably Icy Wind, just knowing how Psychic types are. Really good. And then, like, Garchomp, Kingambit, Tinkaton, just every mon on this team is good. And basically, Barraskewda, this used to be a Grafaiai because he wanted Grafaiai slacking. Another team took the slacking, so he swapped it for Barraskewda, which I think is absolutely perfect for this team. It's so fast. It's the fastest thing in the league, except for the Dragapult here, so that's really scary. It shores up his, like, slight ground and water weakness that his team had, because he's got 2 steel types, or ground and fire weakness, my bad. He's got 2 steel types, and it helps in both of those matchups for ground and fire. It used to be a Grafaiai, so it was another ground weakness, so his team was actually really difficult to deal with ground types because he only had 1 immunity in Cryogonal. I guess, Oricorio too, but Oricorio can't hit back that hard with its electric attacks. Volcarona doesn't like taking them. It's got low physical defense, and ground type moves typically are physical. And Garchomp doesn't resist, but it can dish out big damage to stuff. So, Barraskewda is so good. And looking at this matchup, like, I think Barraskewda is going to be one of the MVPs from his side because, I have Rain. So it's like, my main method of speed control is Dreadnought with Swift Swim. But Barraskewda also gets Swift Swim, and it's just faster. So it's like, that's really scary. Other mons to look out for. I honestly don't think Volcarona comes. I'm hoping that it doesn't. I'm hoping that he sees that I've got 2 water types, a rock type, and this is immune to Heat Wave. This has Rock Slide. I'm just hoping he doesn't bring it. I'm hoping, because there's weeks that he doesn't bring it when he sees the opponent's team is going to be insanely prepped at the wazoo, like versus the Raleigh Rotoms. Let me hide my webcam. Raleigh Rotoms, he didn't bring it because they've got obviously Dondozo, Tatsugiri, Skeledirge. Like, Volcarona doesn't do well into any of those. It's decent into, like, Bronzong Rotom. Really bad into Trigalgy, and super bad into Lycanroc because it'll just hit you with Accelerock and kill you. So he didn't want to bring it there. I'm hoping he doesn't bring it versus me because, spoiler alert, I don't have much tech to deal with the Volcarona, so I'm just hoping he doesn't bring it. Kingambit, I think, is going to be an MVP in this match, along with Barraskewda. Kingambit just has insane stats. It's so hard to kill. Here, I can pull up his team. That's just insane. Like, holy moly, how do you kill this thing? Kowtow Cleave, Iron Head, Sucker Punch hits like everything pretty much. Here's the Barraskewda that I'm expecting. This is just 1 point faster than Noivern. That's all the speed he needs. Still Swift Swim, so he can be faster in rain than my Dreadnought. To just attack, probably, maybe Covert Cloak. I'm thinking Life Orb here, but this could be AV, but I'm thinking that this wants AV, so it's going to be Life Orb, AV, Covert Cloak. Or could be Sash, but I think Covert Cloak might be better, because I have 4 Fake Outers on my team. These attacks, you know, just the best moves that you have. The Tinkaton is probably AV, just bulky, with the Fake Out knockoff player of Gigaton Hammer. Hits a lot of my team. Then the other 3, those are the 3 that I'm most worried about. The other 3 are kind of up in the air. Probably Cryogonal, because he's going to want the Freeze Dryer. And, I mean, like, we have Covert Cloak here, so this can now afford the Sash. This is just a set that I just threw together just to practice versus Freeze Dry, absolutely. Icy Wind, probably. And I know he's not the biggest fan of Terra Blast, but this gives it a way to tank a hit from Scizor and kill it back. So that's what I'd do. I don't know if he does that, though. He's run this once in the past, Choice Scarf or Oricorio. Terra Ice, so you can like use your Revelation hit something with a nice electric type attack, and then you can Terra and turn it into an ice type attack. And it's cool, you can change your move while you're Choice Scarf pretty much. Air Slash, just because he could run. Wait, maybe this thing doesn't learn Hurricane. It does, okay. It could be Hurricane. I'd run Air Slash on the Scarf set though. Then probably Icy Wind just for speed control and U-turn, because why not? He could run Air Slash and Hurricane now. This set I just threw together. I don't really know what it would do. This is just speed for... I've got a base 90, right, for Himbleghast, but this could just be speed for Toxicroak, because that looks... 90 would probably be like right about here. I just threw some moves on here just to have an Intimidator, because I do have a decent amount of physical attackers. But like, what else? Garchomp could come. I think he might be worried about ice moves on my water guys. It could definitely helps with Raichu, though. King Gambit, absolutely. Poltegeist, honestly, probably not, and even if it does, I'm not super worried about it, because I've got physical attackers, I've got Grimmsnarl, I've got... Yeah, Grimmsnarl's a huge one, and he knows that I like to run offensive Grimmsnarl with, like, Sucker Punch, so that thing is going to... I mean, unless he's going to spread Will-O-Wisp or Strength Sap, then whatever. And Grumpig, probably not with my Dark-type Grimmsnarl, my Bug-type Scizor. Yeah, I think those are probably the 5... or the 6 that he brings. Garchomp I could see swapping in for one of these guys, though. Maybe instead of Oricorio. But he probably wants an electric type into my water types. So let's get into the team that I've brought. I'm bringing 0 water types this week. It's a little bit risky, but overall I think it'll pay off. Basically the star of the team is this Scizor here. I've put just enough speed. Basically I'm speed creeping. So I'm here, right? That's 4-speed Scizor. I expect his King Gambit to go probably right here. Then I go up 1 more, and that's where Grimmsnarl is at 88, and then Scizor goes 1 more. Basically, I want to be able to Bullet Punch before did I say Grimms? I don't know. I want to be able to Bullet Punch before the King Gambit can Sucker Punch me, or if I'm close combating, I want to be able to hit it before he can take out my Grimmsnarl with an Iron Head or something like that. So, I want to speed creep that, but it's also important that whenever the King Gambit is not on the field, I want to maintain the illusion that I'm not doing that. So, like, Grimmsnarl has lower base speed than Scizor, so I want a Grimmsnarl to be slower or faster than the King Gambit as well. So I put a little bit of speed here, and then I put a little bit more here so that Scizor will be faster whenever they're on the field together. And that is relevant because like I can Bullet Punch stuff, and then I can Thunder Wave the other thing, and then you'll see that Scizor moved before, which shows that he probably doesn't have any speed in either one. Then this attack, I believe this is a multi damage roll, to where Sucker Punch plus Bullet Punch will always kill the Barraskewda that I'm expecting to run into, which is like the bulkiest it goes, unless he decides to be slower than Why did it not pop in here? Oh, I didn't hit save, I guess. Why didn't it pop in? Let's reload. There it is. Barraskewda Scizor. So, Bullet Punch doing 37, and then Grimmsnarl, week 6, should be doing, what is that, 53? 57, yeah, perfect. It's a little bit over. I probably needed the attack, maybe... Oh, maybe I put it so the Stomping Tantrum will kill Tinkaton. Yeah, there's actually a little bit extra here. I don't remember what that's for. It might actually be a relic from when I used to have Play Rough on this over Stomping Tantrum. Let me put Play Rough back on. Let's see, let's put Garchomp on. No, it doesn't kill Garchomp. I don't know. I'll come back to that. I may drop that attack, put some extra defense on. Sorry about that. Then Thunder Wave is actually cool speed control for stuff like the Barraskewda. Or, I guess, just Barraskewda. It could be useful for Cryogonal Taurus as well, though. Or Volk if it comes. Then Close Combat is for King Gambit and the Fairy type, or the Tinkaton. Swords Dance, if I ever get a free turn with like Fake Out from either this or this, I can set up a Swords Dance and go crazy. Excuse me for the hiccups. Then Toxicroak. This one probably doesn't come that often. I could honestly drop the Drain Punch. I might actually do that, thinking about it. I might drop Drain Punch, just keep Close Combat. I could put Protect on it, or I could put Rock Slide on it for the Volk. Let's see Toxicroak. Toxicroak versus King Gambit. Is Drain Punch? Yeah, Drain Punch. That's the thing, is that Drain Punch with the Muscle Band is KOing King Gambit always, which is really nice to get like all my HP back. Very nice. Decisions. I'll have to think about that. But basically, the biggest thing is that the reason it's Muscle Band over something like Expert Belt is because Close Combat's a perfect KO on Barraskewda, and I can like basically once I have Terra flying, I can take a Psychic Fangs, and also with Garchomp. Honestly, maybe I'll change that to Terra Dark, to be quite honest. Yeah, I think I am going to change that. I'm going to probably change this to Close Combat. Close Combat, Ice Punch, Fake Out, Protect. Do that, and then make it Terra Dark. I like that, because I don't expect the Garchomp to come that, like, often. So, I think, like, Terra Flying was for the Garchomp, but I think Terra Dark is a little bit better. Yeah. Terra Steel in this is to resist the Steel-type attacks from King Gambit and Tinkaton, as well as the Fairy-type attacks from Tinkaton. Then we have Raichu, Terra Electric, Choice Scarfed. I've actually changed this to Nuzzle in-game, so I'll do that. Basically, this is faster than Barraskewda, even max speed Barraskewda, just in case he decides to go Sash, go max speed. The special attack will always KO, I believe, King Gambit after, with King Gambit with Focus Blast. Okay, so there's more than that, too. Maybe it's... I'm expecting Terra Water King Gambit. I guess it's making Volt Switch to a KO. I don't remember exactly what this is for. What is this for? Is it a 2-hit KO on Tinkaton? No, it can't be. Oh, I know. I think. King Gambit. Life Orb. If I Terra Electric and it's Terra Water. No, that's not killing. Maybe Barraskewda? I bet it's making... Yeah, it's making Volt Switch 1-hit KO on Barraskewda. Okay, that's good. Yeah, this thing is just kind of a last... Like, in the last slot if I need something fast. And then, basically, my main mode is this, like, Fake Out support Scizor. And then I also have Tailwind support with, like, either Fake Out from either this or this. And Draco Meteor will kill Garchomp. Flamethrower is good for the Fairy, or the Steel types. Focus Blast can one-shot King Gambit in a pinch. And then I've got Tailwind. This makes me faster than... What is the next fastest thing? 189. What is that speed for? Is that how fast Cryogonal is? Why am I 189? Is that for Oricorio? I figured it out. It's max speed Adamant Barraskewda. So basically, it's keeping him honest. He has to go Jolly Barraskewda to outspeed this, and if I can figure out that it's Adamant, I'll be faster. Covert Cloak's really good for the Tinkaton. I can block Fake Out, guaranteed to get up a Tailwind, and then when I Terra Fire, I'll resist its Fairy and its Steel-type attacks. Great. And I also resist the Ice-type attacks, maybe like Ice Fang from Barraskewda, or Icy Wind, or even Freeze Drive from Cryogonal. And with the Covert Cloak, I'll avoid the speed drop from Icy Wind, which is huge. Just great Pokemon to have. And then the last secret member is Donphan. This speed will make me faster than the Barraskewda that I expect to run into. under Tailwind, and I'm just faster than everything else. I'm Choice Band. This high horsepower will kill just about everything on the team. It's insane. It kills, except maybe barring Garchomp, but it kills King Gambit if it's not Terrid, kills Tinkaton, kills Barrascuda, maybe not Tauros after Intimidate, but probably before Intimidate. Definitely Poltegeist, not Cryogonal because it's immune, and not Oricorio. And then the things that are, like, resisted, Cryogonal, Oricorio, they're weak to Rock, which also helps. This is my one move to hit Volcarona with on the team, is Rock Slide. Then I have Ice Shard as, like, to, clean up, like if the Cryogonal gets chipped to Sash, or if the Barrascuda has the Sash, or if Garchomp, this can two-shot Garchomp, can finish off the Oricorio, great. And then Earthquake, kind of a last-ditch thing. I had Counter on for a while, but it's kind of gimmicky. Ice Spinner's an option, Seed Bomb is an option, Play Rough, Knockoffs, Iron Head. I just liked having, these three moves hit everything pretty much, so I'm like, you know what, in case it's like last Mon Donphan plus either Noivern, or back when this was Terra Flying, like I can do that. Or if it's just Donphan on the field versus both Steel types, I can Earthquake and clear the field if I can survive the turn, or have Tailwind up and move first. Terra Water is great for the Steel type attacks from King Gambit and Tinkaton, just the neutral strong hitting ones, but it's mainly there for the Barrascuda Water type attacks. I want to be able to take Water type attacks, and also like resisting Steel is just a plus, and I guess resisting Fire from Volcarona is a plus as well. It does keep me weak to Freeze Dry, so I have to be careful of that. And it makes me weak to Electric, but I do have Sturdy, so I can always, even though I'm not the bulkiest, I can take any insane hit and fire back with whatever. That's the team. I need to grab a new Toxicroak though, since I've just changed this, so I'm gonna do that. We're gonna be playing at, I believe, 2:30, so I've got a little bit of time to do that. And I'll get back to you once we're in the battle. Alright, I think we found him. And mic's good, desktop audio is good, perfect, everything's good. The capture card was super buggy. I had to like unplug it and plug it back in, so I hope I don't miss any important information. Alright, participating team. There we go. Alright, and the music, I want to go with the AI Professor. Alright. Alright. That's pretty close to what I expected. Okay, Barrascuda. Barrascuda, Oricorio. Cryogonal. Poltegeist. King Gambit. And Tauros. Oh, my pencil broke. It's okay, I've got time. Okay. I'm tempted to lead the Scarfer, right? Because there's no fake out. I can scout some items with this. I'll roll with this. I'll roll with that, and then this in the back. And then do I want you in the back? Or do I want the Toxicroak? Toxicroak's nice as a fighting resist. I'll roll with Donphan in the back for now. I'll do this. I'll say GLHF. Although he probably can't see that since he's got his capture card up and he's only got one monitor. Well, I have two. I guess he's got a phone. Oh, look at that. We got the same pose. Alright, let's see what we got. Crazy Jane and the Chief. Not what I was expecting at all. Choice Scarf on Crazy Jane, and Weakness Policy on the Chief. Weakness Policy on the Poltegeist, and a Choice Scarf there. Alright, I like this. And then Poltegeist Policy. That's a lot of damage. Okay, I'll switch on the Poltegeist. Got Tailwind. Great. Great position. So, Cryogonal. There's no way Cryogonal will ever be faster than +2 Noivern, right? Yeah, no way. No way. My question is, does Noivern Week 6 Flamethrower kill Cryogonal? After Terra Fire? 63 to 70 now, not quite. Okay. Well, I've got Sucker Punch. Ooh, that's risky. Got it. Good, good, good. Oh, that did no damage. Shadow Ball, okay. Cool. Robot Man. I wonder if these nicknames are a reference to. I don't know. Supreme Overlord, okay. I'll just sack this, honestly. Actually, I don't really expect it. I could protect though. That's the scary thing, is that it just very well could. I guess I can cover a mid-ground. Broom takes another one. Alright, no protect. It looks like it's is it Sucker Punch? It should be, right? It's not? Oh, I missed. Well, that's a try. Okay, I revealed my berry here. Elaster. Oh, is this Incredibles? I guess so. I don't know what item that has. Okay, so now it's probably Sucker Punch onto my Noivern. From the Robot Man. So I'm down to Stomp on this guy, right? Yeah, I'm good for this. Should be on Noivern? Yep, okay. I'm fine with that. Crit didn't matter. Gonna give me some chip. Good chip. And Revelation X is fine. Question is, do I have... I think I've got one turn of Tailwind left, right? No, I don't. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Now, can Scizor take? Honestly, I don't think King Gambit can take... We didn't see Life Orb, though, so that's a different item. Might be AV, actually, now that that's gone. So, can Scizor take a Sucker Punch into a Revelation Hits? I think it's close, but it's possible. Honestly, I'm going to Ice Shard here. Protect Scizor, I think. I think he's probably doubling the Scizor. I'm hoping that Ice Shard will two-shot this. He's Terra-ing. Please don't be Terra Ice. Terra Fire. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Ice Shard. Oh, Ice Shard's not going to 2-hit KO anymore. God damn. Double. Oh, protect for there. That's good. That's fine. That's not going to do anything. Oh, I'm Bandit into Ice Shard now. Damn it. Yikes. Damn. I should have gone for the, What do I do here? I think I just lost. I can't click another move, right? Yeah. I'm Bandit into Ice Shard. I have Terra. Let's go for the Terra Bullet Punch. Maybe the 2 hits will kill. Oh god, that's bad. There's a chance I live, Revolution Dance. Where's Orc Fire? Dance. No, didn't kill. Damn it. I choked the endgame. Yeah, it died. And now I'm banded. Damn it, dude. If I wasn't banded, I was so debating between Expert Belt or Banned. But I just couldn't get the KO on the King Gambit reliably with Expert Belt. Well, he knows I'm banded now. Yeah. That was my only out, to either survive that. Okay, what do I do differently? I would definitely need to time my turns differently. I got the plays right with Grim early. Oricroy is a problem. Battle again with the same rules, yes. Damn. Maybe I don't bring Scizor, honestly. Maybe Scizor isn't as good as I thought it would be. Okay. I never saw the item on Oricorio either. King Gambit, I'm assuming, is AV. I like Grim a lot. He's definitely going to adapt to that, though. Not doing the same lead. I could see Barraskewda even coming here. Maybe I'll lead this. I think I still bring Tailwind and I bring this. Do I want Scizor? I think I do still want Scizor in the back, though. Oh, Grim was so good, though. Let's do this. We'll do the same lead. You. And I do want Donphan. Yeah. Oh, that's risky. Terra Fire Oricorio is crazy. That could even be maybe choice specs, too. He only ever hit the Scizor with it, so I don't know. But he never clicked a different move. And, I mean, like, that's cool choice getting your, Revelation Dance, because it lets you change types. That's really good. I'm worried about Barraskewda. I feel like that comes. I feel like maybe he won't try and do the gimmick, Poltegeist. Maybe Crowd probably still comes. Alright, let's see what we got. Negative Anchor's Chain. Barraskewda, perfect. Oh wait, I didn't lead Raichu, never mind. Not quite perfect. Let's see. Focus Session, Negative Min. Okay, good. Choice Scarf, Crazy Jane. I'm down to Tailwind, do that Tailwind, and then fake out the Barraskewda. It sucks burning my Terra, but I don't need it on anybody else in the back, I don't think. I just hope he doesn't protect the, well, it's not the worst deal if he protects the Barraskewda. That's great. Chipping that is so good. We'll tank that. Don't freeze. Thank God. Alright, great turn one. Now it's locked into freeze time. We can ignore that Cryogonal. Let's see. Actually, Draco should get the KO on Negative Man. Actually, does Flamethrower into, Barraskewda. Flamethrower is 36, then Grim, Snarl, does 57. 36, 57 should get it. Ah, whatever. The Cryogonal is choice scarfed into Freeze Dry, so it's not the end of the world. On to Grimberly. Okay, now I'm actually gonna go for Grimmsnarl. Oh, under Tailwind, is Grimmsnarl faster? 176. It's not. I was super down to go for. In fact, I still probably am down to go for, I'll Draco, and I'll Stomping Tantrum this slot. Draco probably picks it up, and then That'll cover a switch to King Gambit. Please be King Gambit. Please be King Gambit. Oh, that's Oricorio. Damn. I was like, this is a double power Stomping Tantrum. That's so good. Oh, damn. That's fine. There's a freeze dry. I'm done to switch into this. I'll sucker punch Crazy Jane. He's not Terra'd yet, so this thing could Terra whenever. I'm expecting it to not, though. Can Grim take one more? Probably not. Yeah, okay, no. +1, +1, +1. Beautiful! Oh, I'm in a great spot right now. Tailwind's gone, but I can get it right back up right now. Choice specs, okay. So he would have to Terra right now to not be locked into that. So what do I do? I'm definitely locking into T-Bolt here. I'll T-Bolt Jane. And I'll set up Tailwind again. He has to Terra or switch the Oricorio here. Terraing Oricorio, okay, good. My Raichu's stupidly bulky, though. No freeze, please. Oh, he's doubling the Raichu, isn't he? I should have attacked the Oricorio. Probably a misplay. I forgot that the Cryogonal would probably be faster than me. Although it's still not the end of the world, because Donphan comes in here. I didn't have to reveal my Scarf there, which is really good. Alright, so now Donphan comes in. I've got all the turns of Tailwind I need. Alright, who is it? Who is it in the back? Negative Mint, is that King Gambit? Oh, it's Barraskewda, okay. I'm high horsepowering this, and I'm gonna Draco that. Draco does kill that, right? Let me not make sure not to misplay. What am I looking for? Noivern. Yeah, Draco gets it. I get to see who's faster, too. I don't want to risk bank on, Donphan being slower than the Barraskewda right now. Actually, no, I don't. This is King Gambit. That's a great kill. Oh, I'm just not counting kills this game. Raichu picked up one, I think. This should be one for Noivern. I think this is sealed up. This should kill. If it hits. Please hit, please hit, please hit. Yeah, not good. So who was his last Pokemon? Who was the last guy he brought? Cryogonal. Who killed Cryogonal? It was Raichu. Raichu got one. I want to give it to Donphan. A bit of a cheeky KO for Donphan. Alright. We got game 2. We're going to game 3. was excellent play, I think, on my part, game 2. Just trapping the Oricorio with Raichu, just keeping it, like, and, like, I revealed my surprise Fire Terra. I don't think Cryogonal's coming again, as the lead specifically. So the lead now could even be something like Barraskewda plus, Barraskewda, maybe King Gambit, if he's expecting... So against the same lead that I'm doing, let me select my team and then I can start thinking. Alright, Poltegeist, no Poltegeist, maybe Tauros, probably not Tauros though, versus, my guy. Am I just fine to lead? I do want the Tailwind though. That's a good lead. That's a damn good lead. With you and you in the back. Because I don't think Cryogonal's coming anymore. I don't think Poltegeist is coming. That makes Scizor so much worse in the long term. I like this. I'm assuming the King Gambit is AV. We've seen Ironhead from it. And that's... have we seen Sucker? Have we seen Sucker Punch? I think we've seen Sucker Punch. I think it's safe to assume that it's got Sucker Punch. Cryogonal, we saw Freeze Dry. I think Oricorio's only done the Revelation Dance. And Barraskewda, I do believe protected. And it's a Sash. Alright, it all comes down to this. Negative Man, Crazy Jane. Same lead, okay. Samesies. Focus that Short Scarf, same thing. Okay. I don't see anything wrong with doing what I did last game. Just the same exact shit. I expect it might even go for protect. I think he's probably going to protect the fish now. I think the Cryogonal is going to be going for Icy Wind. He doesn't know that I'm Covert Cloak yet. I haven't shown Covert Cloak at all. It's for Fake Out, but it also works for Icy Wind, and that's really good. So I'm thinking he's thinking that -1 Noivern will be slower than... Yep, there's the Protect. I still had to cover for the option with Fake Out. Because I don't really even care about getting my speed dropped here. There's no downside to me at all. Here should be Icy Wind. Sheer Cold, Jesus Christ! Oh my god! Oh my god! My heart just started going like a lot faster than it was. Holy shit. My controller died. Oh god. Is it King Gambit switching in here? This is probably switching. Actually, no, let's do something different. Let's do that. Oh, he did not switch that. Alright, Nover's taking a kill on the, that. The Barraskewda is going to kill something here. Probably my Noivern. Oh, Scary Face. I'm fine with that. Scary Face. Robot Man. That's, King Gambit? Yeah. He has not Terra'd this yet. I'm thinking it's Terra Water. I'll cover for a mid-ground with Focus Blast if I hit. Yeah. Oh, I hope this thing doesn't protect. It could. I didn't even think about the protect. Then I get powered up Stomach Tantrum next turn. Liquidation. Onto that. Focus Blast. It's Choppel. Okay, that we know the item now. Oh, that's a huge amount of damage. And here comes Stomping Tantrum. I think Grim's gonna get another one. Alright, we're in a great spot. Grimstar could even go for the Chief. Is that Poltegeist? Yeah, okay, good. I could Sucker Punch Draco here. Actually, I don't need to worry about that much. I'm going to Thunder Wave this, Draco that. Okay, that's fine. Grim might go down here. One of them goes down, but the other one's gonna... Actually, no. Might be bad? Oh, this might be bad, actually. Oh, he's attacking Grim. That's good. That's good. Although it didn't matter too much, because I've got Choice Scarf Raichu in the back. He doesn't know I'm Scarfed yet, either. Please hit. This isn't going to kill, but it's going to knock it to Sash. The question is, do I have a turn of Scarf or Tailwind left? No Tailwind, okay. Let's go for this. He's going to expect Fake Out, probably. I don't see a reason not to Tailwind here. I'm thinking the Poltergeist is gonna maybe Shell Smash or do something. I'm hoping that that's Barraskewda protects right here. I'm hoping he thinks Fake Out since he hasn't seen that I'm Scarfed yet. This is a complete bluff. I bluffed the Scarf. Let's go. Alright, Roadkill comes in. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage. Is this a throw? Is it throwing if I do this? I don't think so. I'm still gonna attack that just in case. Wait. Yes! Holy shit! Go get all the kills! That's 3 for Donphan! Oh my god! Donphan went crazy! Oh, Donphan just cleared the... I forgot that I was at -2 with Noivern. I forgot about that. Oh my god! Donphan went crazy! I wonder if he wants to do some post-match discussion, because that could be really fun. Alright, he's gonna hop on. Let me switch the thing. There we go. Hello. Can you hear me? Your mic's kind of bugging out a little bit. Wait, Colin, say something?
Is that working now?
Oh, I hear it. I hear ya.
Well, what's your Donphan spread so bad? I'm mad.
You want to see my spreads?
Yes.
Wait, let me post it in the that's not it. Let me get the Pokepaste. Pokepaste. This shit is so funny. Wait, let me change. Here, I'll show it on the camera. This shit is so funny. I'm curious to see your spread, because I
figured I would play. I guess something I didn't really end up doing anything was playing around a fairy move a lot of the game. I was like, oh no, if you have Spirit Break here, I'm kind of owned.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I didn't show Thunder Wave until game 3.
Yeah. Okay, it was. No, damn it. Okay.
How fast was your
Right.
Barraskewda? Oh, Raichu is Scarf.
It was
Yeah, I was bluffing out my ass in game 3 there. I'm like, he's going to expect fake out, so I'm gonna Volt Switch off the
Yep.
Poltegeist.
I was heavily considering throwing Terra Grass and Giga Drain onto your into the Raichu slot, which would have killed the Donphan.
I've got Sturdy.
Oh, you're Sturdy? Oh, okay, never mind.
It's Donphan's only good ability because it's either Sturdy or Sand Veil. So like that's why I was able to afford going fast Donphan, because I'm taking a hit regardless. Like my physical bulk actually, because I've got Terra Water, so I can take either 3 liquidations from Barraskewda Terra Water. I can take multiple steel moves from your steel types, or I can just take one like insane like special hit, and with Sturdy I'm fine.
And it was possible. God, fuck! This entire time I was playing around Sash and Wyvern.
Nope, it's
close.
close.
Didn't have Protect.
No, I didn't have Protect at all. I had already shown all 4 moves, though.
I knew that by the end, yeah.
By game 2, I had already shown all 4.
Yeah. The game 3 I was playing on, like, Sack. I was like, okay, I need to, like, set it up so that's the only thing at the end. Because I'm expecting to be Sash and look at the 1-hit KO. Like, 4 different turns that could have been liquidations for the KO.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Oh, man. Why? I guess cover cloak for the fake out on my
Tinkaton. And also game 3
so bad in the rest of your team. I don't know what I can't bring it.
Also game 3, I'm like, either he doesn't bring the Cryogonal anymore, or he's gonna do Icy Wind instead of Freeze Dry, because like you'd locked into Freeze Dry, so I'm like, he's gonna lock into Icy Wind. Covert Cloak also protects me from the Icy Wind speed drop, so I was fine there. And then you locked into the Crackhead Sheer Cold. That was insane. But like, even the thing is, like,
I switched Icy Wind out for Sheer Cold.
Oh no!
Pretty late in my. I had Icy Wind, and I was like, you know what? I actually don't want that.
Sheer Cold.
And I think I'm correct in that. I don't think Icy Wind was very good. But no, I was really hoping that you wouldn't. I was like, okay, and you'll see later. If he leads Noivern, it's pretty fast. But I just hope he won't.
Yeah.
In game 1, so I was going to Night Slash my own Poltegeist.
Oh my god. Wait, Night Slash with with Cryogonal?
With Cryogonal.
Wait, that's insane. That's crazy. I knew you were doing. Yeah, I knew you had something cooked up. That's why game 1 I wanted to lead Noivern, because I'm like, Frisk is just so good game 1. Like Scizor I think was like good into your team, but like the Terrafire on the what's it called? The Oricorio, I just had no way of dealing with it. With Scizor.
I realized that. So I saw that also you had Donphan on the team. I was like, okay, well, I have to lock into Revelation Dance here. But I was like, I need to get the 1-hit KO, but then also I can change that. At least I'm not locking into something.
Yeah.
I really change the type now.
That's what I love about specifically like Oricorio and Sylveon. Like whenever I help Tyler team build, I love doing Terra Blast with Sylveon, because you run choice specs, so you can lock into a fairy type move and then change to a ground or a fire or whatever you need.
Yeah. Also, I got the team nicknames for Doom Patrol.
Is that? I thought it was Incredibles when I saw Elastigirl. It was the only one that I recognized.
They're actually both called Elastigirl, but Elastigirl with a dash is from DC. Elastigirl without a dash is from Incredible.
Makes sense. Did you like my nickname theme?
I didn't get it.
Oh no!
Was it Rango?
It was Rango.
I saw Roadkill. That was the only one I was like, I was not paying attention, honestly.
Yeah, Scizor was Rango, but I only brought Scizor game 1.
I straight up just did not look at the games.
That's so funny, because you're the one that wanted me to do
Roadkill. I know, they're the only ones that I recognize. I was like, oh.
I think it was like Priscilla for the Raichu. Toxicrack didn't bring was Rockeye, and then Grimmsnarl was Balthazar, like you said.
Yeah. They're the only 2 that I even noticed. They also had nicknames. I would not. That's just not paying attention.
Wait, can you send your pace in the Discord? I want to see your EVs.
Yeah.
My Donphan, the speed I had of my Donphan it's 2 points faster than max speed Noivern. So I'm like, he probably EVs his Barraskewda to be 1 point faster than Noivern. So I'll EV Donphan 1 point faster than that. Because under Tailwind, Donphan cannot outspeed Yeah, I think that's the exact thing I had. Hang on, let me look at Barraskewda. Yeah, 156. That's the exact spread that I had for you on Barraskewda.
Mhm.
So my Donphan is 1 point faster than that exactly. Did you like
should have done max speed.
Yeah.
It would have played around smart stuff better as well.
I was expecting covert cloak on Barraskewda, so like I was thinking that you'd want the extra bulk because I do have like 4 fake outers on my team, so I'm like he probably wants to have covert cloak somewhere. Because I was expecting covert cloak Barraskewda, which frees up the sash for Cryogonal, and then I expected Tinkaton to have the assault vest. And so the entire game when I saw no Tinkaton, I was just assuming that your King Gambit was assault vest, and then the Choppleberry came out game 3.
Yeah, Choppleberry was almost clutch, but
it was. I doubled
into
it.
Game 1.
Yeah,
I know.
You dodged game 1.
Yeah. It would have. I would have lived still. So I guess I doubled into it, so it didn't. So it didn't matter.
I don't remember what I did game 1. I may have. I don't know if I doubled it game 1 or not.
Actually, I don't think you did. So it came in with some health after that. But I would have lived and then gotten the KO, so it wouldn't. And then focus last game 1. The miss didn't matter as much.
Yeah. And I also I've because like the game 1 I don't think I played optimally game 1. I'm very proud of the way I played game 2. Like kind of all locking down your options with like the Terra Fire on the Noivern, and then I'm like, okay, now he's scarfed into an ice move, so I'll just let him sit there. And then you brought the Oricorio in, and then I swapped Raichu in, and I like absorbed it, and I'm like, okay, well now he's forced to use his Terra here or switch, and it's like either way it's a dead turn kind of. Well, not a dead turn, but like it makes you waste your Terra or you get no attack out essentially.
Yeah, I was like, I was reading into you expecting to switch, and then it still didn't do enough damage with Terra.
No, it did, because you doubled. You freeze dried, and then you also Terra Revelation Dance into Raichu. You got the Raichu, but
right,
I know
yeah.
that you'd never get the Noivern down with a fire type attack.
Yeah, but the Terra Fire Noivern was. I guess I just played poorly at the end, so I was trying to play around Sash. And I didn't have it.
Well, Terrifier is still really good into the team because it's like specifically it was for actually Cryogonal and Tinkaton mainly because it resists everything Tinkaton wants to throw at it once it's Terrifier, and it also powers up my fire type attack so that I have a consistent way to hit Tinkaton. I can two-shot it even with Assault Vest with Flamethrower.
My team is actually like specially prepped for Toxic Ring. Fun fact.
Is it? Yeah, you saw how crazy it was going. Oh, dude, I actually I see your Terrafire, Terrablast, Cryogonal. That's what I was prepping against. I'm like, it's really into Scizor.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I was probably not going to do it, but like, I don't have another like this. If it comes down to an end and like I've switched like this out or something, that's the only way I win.
Yeah, you didn't.
So I was just like,
I was worried about Psychic Fangs on Barraskewda for Toxicroak. I'm like, Toxicroak, because Barraskewda was the one that I knew was going to be the one that gave me the most trouble. I'm like, it's so difficult. Like that, Barraskewda is the single-handed reason why I didn't bring my Rain mode, and I guess also because of your Electric and then your Freeze Dryer. But Barraskewda is just like, it's so scary if I set up Rain for it. So I'm like, my team was prepped around dealing with it. So I've got like basically Tailwind with Fake Out support, and then Donphan.
Game 3.
Choice.
Game 3, I was going into it. I was like, you know what? I don't think I have a very good lead into the Terrafire. So I'm just going to go sheer cold. Then hit the 1 and 3, I win. And if I don't, I'm in a pretty bad position. But it's like doable.
Well, the thing is, like, in Game 3, you still thought I was sashed, right?
Yeah.
Because sash just protects you from sheer cold, doesn't it? Or does it knock you to 1 HP?
It knocks you to 1 HP.
Okay, because Sturdy, I think, makes you take no damage.
And then at that point, I was like, I can just Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
That was my thought process. Yeah, it'll drop you to 1. But then also I should have I should have just doubled anyways. Like gone with Barraskewda and Liquidation as well.
Well, I faked out Barraskewda. Or no, did I fake out Barraskewda? Game 3 I faked out Barraskewda turn 1. You protected. I'm like, because I even said it in the video. I'm like, I have to fake out this slot just to keep him honest. Like, I think he's going to protect the Barraskewda, but I got to keep him honest here.
Yeah, game 2, I thought you were going to protect with the Cryogonal. I got the Cryogonal, and then I wasn't expecting the Terra. So I was like, okay, he's not super scared of the Barraskewda,
exactly.
Right?
Exactly, yeah. Because at that point I hadn't revealed the Terrifier, so I'm like, I can catch this, because I figured the Crocodile is going to go for the ice move, so I'm like, I'll catch him off guard with Terrifier, survive, as long as I'm not frozen, this is an amazing turn for me. And I knew you weren't Covert Cloak because I had Frisk.
Yes. Yeah. It's, yeah, that's what I was scared. I guess that turn one, honestly, every game, you played turn one super well.
Mm-hmm.
It was just
no, game one,
I think you happen to not have any like answers
good
for
poke one in the back.
Yeah.
No, because I think because I was just like in my head, I'm like, I misplayed game one, but it really, I mean, I think misplayed the end game, but I think like especially with the sucker punches in the early game was very good. Like fake out into sucker punch on the cryo, into like the sucker, getting the ally switch turn correct after that.
I was expecting these the sucker punch or the fake out game one, turn one. I just expected to outspeed with ally switch.
Yeah. No, how fast? Hang on, what was it? How fast is your poltergeist? 52 modest. How fast is that? Let me just make a new thing. 52 modest, because is ally switch the same priority as suck or fake out?
Plus 2, right?
No, your poltergeist is faster than my Grimmsnarl. My Grimmsnarl doesn't hit 97. So I guess ally switch is just less priority than fake out. I think fake out's plus 3 now, yeah. And ally switch is probably plus 2. Yeah, fake out's plus 3, ally switch probably plus 2.
Oh. Okay, I thought fake out was plus 2.
It used to be plus 2. I think they changed it Gen 5 maybe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Gen 5 they changed it.
Oh, that's okay. Well, people must have made that play.
yeah, ally switch is plus 2.
My homework. Oops.
Uh-oh. Wait, I did not know that in Gen 9, ally switch consecutively like decreases the chance. I didn't know that.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't. Well, that's new to me. Good to know.
They nerfed it and also took it away from a bunch of people. Right?
Yeah.
Well, that okay. I guess I still won game one anyway, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, you won the game one. Dude, Donphan was going insane. Did you see game two? Honestly, I protected Noivern, or I tailwinded again just so that Donphan could get the KO.
Yes, yeah, I was just kind of expecting. I was like, okay, so I was kind of expecting Noivern to be AV, and then and also a lot bulkier than it was. It's really not bulky, hardly.
Wait,
at all.
what you're expecting? What Donphan to be AV?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had AV on it for a little while. My main items were between Choice Band and Expert Belt because I didn't want Life Orb, so I'd chip my Sturdy. But Expert Belt I just couldn't guarantee. Oh, Expert Belt. The benefit of Choice Band is that Choice Band high horsepower will KO Barraskewda like always. So Expert Belt, since it's not super effective, I'm not getting that. I could run Expert Belt with like Seed Bomb because it gets that, but I'm like, no, I'd rather have if I'm running Expert Belt, I'd rather have Protect, and if I'm running Choice Band, then I'll just throw Earthquake on because it still gets the KO with the extra 50% boost.
I just figured you also. I didn't even think about it. I just like, oh, it's so slow. There's no way he's gonna go fast.
Mm-hmm. I actually considered Trick Room too with Gotharita, but I just did not want Gotharita into King Gambit like ever.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Poros was just it was there. I don't know.
Intimidate.
It's very bulky. It was for Intimidate. I was like, but he doesn't really. I was like, I don't know. It's not that good into most of you. Actually, it would have been good at Donphan, but.
And it's good to have a check for if I did decide to go Screens Grimmsnarl, which I'm assuming you didn't really expect since I don't ever do that. But if I decided to do it.
I even almost considered cutting Raging Bull. And I was like, no. Basically, I gotta keep him honest.
Yep, keep him honest.
So I was like, cause I need something to keep screens from going up.
I was literally this close to running the screens, but I'm like, I think it gets such good physical. Because like the thing is, the Stomping Tantrum game 2, I went for it on the switch to Oricorio. Because like I'm like, this is whatever it was switching. I'm like, this is switching right. Barraskewda, I think. I'm like, it's switching. I'm hoping it's switching into King Gambit because I think faked out into a Protect the previous turn, And then I'm like, the Stomping Tantrum is now doubled in power, so this will just fucking destroy King Gambit if it switches in here. But it was Oricorio instead, so it did nothing.
I think the turning point of Game 3 was the Raichu bluff. That was insane. Absolutely. I guess he hadn't done anything to show me that it would be Scarf without fake out.
Yeah, I made sure of that game 2. I'm like, game 2, because the thing is, actually, it was outsped by your Scarf Cryogonal game 2, even though Raichu's got the higher base speed stat, because I'm only running enough to outspeed Barraskewda with this Raichu.
Yeah.
So it's like, I was outsped by yours, I'm like, that's amazing. He probably thinks, and every other time I attacked it was under Tailwind, so I'm like, he probably, there's no way he expects Scarf, or like, he could predict it, but that's like a crackhead prediction, like, it would be like, based off of nothing.
Yeah, it would have been insane. To predict the Scarf. I guess, and even then, the Scarf never didn't even matter. It was just the fact that it was it didn't have fake out.
Yeah, it was exactly. And like the thing is, I was debating on that last move. I'm like, do I want? It was between Feint or Nuzzle for me, because I'm like Feint, I can lock into Feint and just double into things every turn. Like if it's Sash Barraskewda, I can just Feint and then hit it with high horsepower or close combat or Draco, and then even if it protects, it's dead. But then I'm like Nuzzle. It's like Nuzzle's also good into Sash. Because if he doesn't protect, I can on the last turn of Tailwind, or even if no, because the thing is initially I was like Feint is better because I was expecting Covert Cloak, and I'm like, if it's Covert Cloak, I can just hit it with Volt Switch or Thunderbolt and take it out. But I'm like, oh no, it could be I could not have Tailwind up, and then I'll have Raichu outspeed, Nuzzle, knock it to half, and then have my partner now be faster because it's paralyzed. So I did end up opting for Nuzzle, but there was a time in the initial draft, I'm like, oh, Scarf Fake Out is it's terrible, right? But I could see it winning me a game. And it's the same thing with Donphan even. That last move, I had counter initially. I tried Play Rough, I tried Knockoff, Ironhead. I didn't like any of them. And I'm like, let's just throw Earthquake on. Earthquake still gets the KO on Tinkaton. It does a ton to King Gambit. It'll KO Barraskewda. And it's the problem is that because Toxicroak used to be Terra Flying for Garchomp, and I'm like, no, I'd rather be Terra Dark. Because I was expecting Psychic Fangs on Barraskewda, and if you're Psychic Fangs, then I completely wall you pretty much, because I can't be hit by water or Psychic, and then the Ice move doesn't do very much. But then I'm like, okay, well, I used to be Terra Flying, and then Noivern is Flying type, but I'm like, I never click Earthquake. That's in the team builder, I'm never clicking this, but I have it just in case, it's Donphan plus fodder versus 2 other guys, and Donphan's gonna outspeed, and that's exactly how the end of game 3 went. It's that it was completely unnecessary, but it was just funny that Donphan got a triple KO in a single turn.
Yeah, I'm just sad that I didn't get to do the Night Slash.
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm glad I led Frisk game 1, because that kind of alerted me that something interesting was gonna go on there.
A little wacky.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can go Scarf, and my plan was even if you led Noivern with plus 2 Shadow Wall was killing.
Yeah.
So I was like, but then you had the perfectly stop it, and I was like, all right, well, yeah. I think I thought, okay, well, just ally switch here instead.
Yeah.
In fact, I could not ally switch there.
How the fuck does that work? Wait, wasn't there a glitch in Gen 8 where it's if you target your partner and then ally switch, it'll attack yourself or something? I remember seeing that in Gen 8. It was weird.
Oh. I don't know, but I was just gonna not do it. I was gonna ally switch and then freeze dry.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. That's what I tried to do with you.
I'm glad I did not. Well, I'm glad I didn't jump the gun game 1 and reveal Terrifier when I didn't need to. Because I think that's the surprise was absolutely what won me game 2. And then game 3 I was able to just kind of maneuver correctly, but I don't think I would have been able to do that if theoretically if our game 2 was game 1, I don't think I would have been able to maneuver twice like that. I mean, actually I only need to do it twice, so I don't know. But if I had ended up flubbing after Terrifier, if I flubbed the end game of game 2, I don't know if I would have been able to win games 2 and 3 after that, after revealing Terrifier. Because that's kind of what happened to me versus Brennan, is that I beat him game 1, and I revealed the Terrifier. Game 2, he was able to adapt, and then game 3, I wasn't able to, keep up, I guess.
Yeah.
Because, I definitely, I get kind of tunnel visioned when I play Pokemon, where it's I've got the strategy that I've practiced a lot, and that's what I want to use, because that's what I've put the most, it should be foolproof if I can play with it correctly. And And versus Brennan, I brought the same 4 Pokemon all 3 times, and I think that really cost me. And I'm very glad that I decided to adapt versus Tyler when I switched the... What did I switch? I switched out the Gothorita plus whatever lead I was doing for, I think, Grimmsnarl plus something else. Grimmsnarl Scizor or something like that. Grimmsnarl Toxicroak, maybe. And versus you, I'm just like, Scizor is, like, on paper, really good into this team, but the mons that it's good into are, like, Cryogonal. It's decent into Poltegeist because I can just hit it with a strong move. Should be faster than the King Gambit, which I am now looking at the spread. I can hit it with close combat. It's like, it's good into those, but the Oricorio and the Barraskewda are, like, pretty difficult. So I'm just like, I'm gonna not do it, and I'm gonna have Raichu, which will help me with the Pokemon that I have more trouble with.
Yeah,
I'm glad I decided to bring the Raichu.
Realizing the issue with my Oricorio was that I was thinking in my head, I was like, oh, I can Revelation Dance, and then I can still, and even like you can go into Donphan, but it won't matter. So then I can just Terra. But then I realized, no, then I'm not immune. I'm not safe.
Immune to ground.
To the ground anymore. So I was like, oh, this is the issue I am facing. But yeah. You'll also see that I guess I shouldn't have done Hurricane, but I couldn't actually one-hit KO AV Toxicroak with Air Slash.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
So I was like, well, I have to go Hurricane because like Toxicroak kind of like owns my team.
Yeah. Looking at it, because like I initially my first Toxicroak iteration was Close Combat, Ice Punch, Rock Slide, which hit. I think it threatens a one-hit KO on I think almost everything except Tinkaton, which is insane.
Yeah.
But eventually I decided to... Yeah, Taurus too, yeah. I dropped Rock Slide because I'm like, ain't no way he's bringing Volcarona, so I just have Close Combat Fake Out, or Close Combat Ice Punch. And the Muscle Band is so that gives me just enough attack to Close Combat to one-shot the exact Barraskewda that you brought. Except I was expecting Covert Cloak, not Sash. But it did rely on...
I was considering going Volcarona instead of Tauros. So it's like... But then I was like, no, I have to, like, in case the spring come out, I have to, like...
Yeah.
Have some way
I did end up bringing Donphan all 3 games anyway, because, like, Donphan was my one mon to hit Volcarona, because that's the one rock move I did have.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna go Terra. It would have been Terragrass from
Terragrass, yeah.
Obviously. I actually don't. Terragrass, Poltegeist. But I was kind of scared to play. Oh, and Tauros as well. Well, I was also just there in case you did go Rain, which I wasn't really expecting. But even if you didn't go Rain, it was also like if you did Shell Smash Dreadnought, which I was kind of scared of.
Yeah.
And
that's what I was. That's
Terragrass Trailblaze with 60. This is 1-hit KO on Dread.
Because I have some like old iterations of the team. Like the very first iteration of the team, I have Shell Smash Dreadnought with like a couple guys fake out support. I also had Brambleghast Terra Ground, like because I'm like, okay, if he does bring Volcarona, I'll be immune to Heat Wave, and then with Terra Ground, I can kill both Steel types, and I also threaten a one shot on the Barraskewda with Power Whip. And then I eventually swapped for because like I just wanted a ground type, so I'm like, I just have Donphan. I might as well just invest in Donphan.
My thought I actually did not respect Brambleghast at all. I was like, you know what? So I was kind of scared first. I was like, Hurricane. I was like, oh wait, no, it's not immune to air.
It's wind.
It's air.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wait, but also Revelation Dance. I was like, all right, if it brings it, sure, it's scary into my Barraskewda, but like, that's it. Nothing else is scared of it. I guess maybe Poltegeist, but you have to use the power or Terra. Poltegeist.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? He brings it. It's a liability for him. I don't need to like. There's no techs need to be had for that. Same with Gothorita, but having King Gambit and Poltegeist, so it's like, fine.
Which is why I opted to not bring it in the end.
Yeah.
So there was this crackhead. Oh, you go.
I had the exact team that you. I picked the exact team except I had Dreadnought instead of Donphan. I was expecting Shell Smash Dreadnought.
I think I had I had everything except Tinkaton instead of Poltegeist. And then some of the EV spreads are a little bit different. The Cryo, I was not expecting to be. Basically all of the items were wrong. I think every single item I had wrong. But your Barraskewda EV spread is identical, except I put 4 in the
what else
defenses.
is it to do with Barraskewda?
Yeah. One thing I had this insane idea at the beginning, and I kind of wish I had run with it because it would be really funny. I was using Swagger Grimmsnarl, and I had Lumberry Scizor, and I had Mirror Herb Dawn Fan.
Oh no!
But then I'm like, if he has Fake Out, then that just destroys this strategy because I needed to run the Wide Lens, which also helped with my Thunder Wave, and I had Play Rough on it too at that point. So it's like all moves get up to 99% accuracy. And then Scizor just goes crazy, because Scizor, I could get to +4 in a single turn. Like, I'm like, okay, he sees Grimmsnarl, he's probably gonna, like, double protect turn 1 or something. And then I'll just actually Swagger and Swords Dance get +4 Scizor, and now it can one-shot, like, everything, including Barraskewda, with Bullet Punch. I was also considering running Terra Normal Quick Attack Scizor, because that'll one-shot Oricorio. Like the Electric type, or even the Terra Fire version.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I ran what I did. I'm happy with what I've got, what I made.
Yeah. So I guess what was Scizor for? Like, why did you bring it game 1? So...
I mean it outspeeds King Gambit, and I've got close combat for it. It's good into Cryogonal. It'll just one shot if you're not sashed with Bullet Punch. There's a multi move damage calc I've done. Like, the reason Grimmsnarl has the amount of attack it does is because Life Orb, Bullet Punch, plus Grimmsnarl Sucker Punch is a KO onto Barraskewda, like, in the same turn or across multiple turns. And it's also good, I figured, since the Poltergeist I wasn't really expecting, I'm like, it could be Shell Smash, so just having priority in the back is good to stop Shell Smash Poltergeist from going crazy.
It was in fact not Shell Smash.
It's kind of Shell Smash though, because Weakness Policy plus Weak Armor is the exact same boost. It's actually Shell Smash, except you don't lower your special defense. It's identical.
Yeah. And I take some damage from it. Yeah, that was a little goofy on my part. I was like, you know what? It's if I get a Poltergeist Sweeps, I'm gonna go for it. I did not get a Poltergeist Sweep, unfortunately.
But
I
great
don't have
games.
much else to say. The King Gambit spread legitimately did nothing for anything that you brought.
What was that for, like Pelipper or something?
Yeah, it was entirely like Pelipper, Hydro Pump, like rolls. So I was like, I just want max attack, and defensively it's pretty good. So I don't really need to worry that much. But like,
the spread I had for
pretty scary.
The spread I was expecting was literally just 252, and then 4 special defense.
Yeah, it was just a little bit of hydro pumping.
Which I think did I bring my only special attacker was I guess Raichu and then also Noivern, so I had 2. So special defense actually may have mattered for the no it didn't, because I doubled into it the turn that I focus blasted, because I was expecting Assault Blast. Like my Noivern Focus Blast was always KOing King Gambit, but then I'm like, okay, but you hadn't revealed an item yet, so I'm like, okay, it's probably Assault Vest since there's no Tinkaton, so I doubled, and it just managed to work because of Chople Berry. Yeah,
that was man. I played around. I guess I played the game 3 very poorly. Actually, in the video you'll see I say like I get like a little. I get like, wow, that was an insane read with the Raichu, and then it turns out you just bluffed me.
I did. Yes.
Like, well.
But I mean, I literally, I did expect the Fake Out. I'm like, I'm sending in Raichu. He has to go for Protect here, because otherwise he loses if you lose your Barraskewda. So Volt Switch and then get in the Dawn Fan, and then just get a triple kill with Dawn Fan.
Yeah, I guess if I had Liquidation, and actually even if I hadn't Liquidation, if I just gone for the Terra Grass Mega Drain, which I was moments away, but I was like, no, I don't want to Terra yet. That would have just gotten the 1 hit KO, or not 1 KO, like
it knocked me down the session, but I was faster though. Yeah. Under Tailwind.
No, but if I had just if I had Liquidation anyway.
Yeah, if you doubled the slot, yeah.
Yeah. Or no, I was thinking if I Liquidation the Noivern.
The Noivern, yeah. Because I actually completely forgotten about the Scary Face until the very end there.
I was like, okay, I'm faster still, even under Tailwinds, that should be fine. But I didn't.
Donphan
I played around
Donphan,
takeout.
Donphan's so crazy.
Donphan went crazy. All right. Good game, gamer.
Good games, absolutely. I'm glad we went to 2-1 so we can collude and get some better differential for both of us.
Oh, so true, so true.
So true.
You kicked out now. Bye. This was
Bye.
fun while it lasted.
See ya. With that, I hope you've enjoyed. I enjoyed that match a lot. Leave a like if you've enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll see you next week. Take care, and bye-bye.